We're here in Wayzata, a wealthy western suburb of Minneapolis. It's Election Day 2020. This is a house full of Trump supporters partying and watching the results come in on TV.
I feel it. You know, I felt it in 2016, obviously. You were there in 2016. And as I always go back to say, think about what is in 2016. People were silent. They are silent no more.
No, I think it's the bull in the china shop analogy. I've heard a lot of these, the salty sailor. You may not like his approach, but boy, you like his results. He only cares about America. And to me, that's what I care about. It's like, make America great, keep America great, instead of Obama going on an apology tour. Oh, we Americans, well, you want our money, you want us to pay for everything in NATO, you want us to bail out your hurricanes, you want us to stop their wars, and Trump is saying, well, wait a minute, what about us? That got me won over.
I'm kind of embarrassed to admit I was a Jeb Bush supporter, but during that first presidential debate when Megyn Kelly said you've called women fat pigs slobs, and he says only Rosie O'Donnell, I instantly became a Trump supporter, and people may...
What was it about that got to you?
People may say, oh, that's so crude and just disgusting, but for the first time, a Republican fought back.
Oh gosh, I have so many suburban mom friends who are converting this year because they're like, this is bananas. He is the only man for the job. I have to run the country like a business. We can't popularity contest at all. How is Biden even a popularity contest person? Like, he's retarded. I'm so...
He was like,
yeah, and he can't even remember the word God.
Was like,
remember when he's like, the thing, like, okay, you can't remember the word God?
He's just going to do what he's told, and I don't think he could make a first term if he tried. I don't think he's going to have the stamina. So we're going to deal with the most liberal person in the Senate to run our country, who had the least amount of traction. She bows out with less than 5%, and now she's going to run the country. That's not going to go well.
You know, I'm an immigrant, right? So I came from India. I never expected elections in the U.S. to be the way, you know, people are boarding up their businesses and, you know, worried about riots and all that kind of stuff. That's not what I envision America to be.
Look around this party. I mean, you could make a case, you know, for white privilege here, you know, if you didn't know these people. But there's nobody here that's a racist. There's nobody here that's not trying to help people move up the chain.
These aren't your traditional conservatives. I'm gay. All my friends here are gay, and we are huge Trump supporters. No longer are we going to fall into these stereotypes that, you know, if you're a rich Wall Street guy, you're a Republican, and, you know, if you're a blue-collar guy, you're a Democrat. I think Trump is breaking the mold.
As a black person, it's easy for me to call a white person, a white man, racist, you know. Doesn't make it true. And that's what they used against Trump, you know. They used the race card. And it's a sad thing. I was put in prison for 15 years for a crime I didn't commit. Under the Democrats' Predator Act, when they made the 94 crime bill, which Joe signed. Tell me this, everybody in my neighborhood been in prison. Now, I'm not saying they all was innocent, but goodness, every fucking guy, I don't know one guy in my neighborhood, not one, that's not been in prison. And it all started from that 94 crime bill that Joe Biden, you know, helped put in place. So I can't see how any African-American man would ever vote for Biden or the Democrats ever again.
Ilhan Omar and Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, all the stupid, ridiculous women. Kamala still doesn't know where she came from. Like, tell us where did you go back? Tell us where did you go back?
Hello? Yeah.
Hello.
Is this thing on?
Exactly. Yeah.
You guys really both have 4 children?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know.
And my
What do you guys think will happen if Biden wins? Which, you know, perish the thought.
communism, socialism.
I'm moving to St. Thomas, and then I'll take the barge over to the St.
Exactly.
John
I told my
Islands,
husband
and
we're going
then
to move to the British Virgin Islands.
Oh my gosh, I'll see you there.
Losing Arizona sucks.
Area.
I'm not sure what's happening right now. Yeah.
What are you feeling right now?
I've been feeling anxious all evening. Yeah. So I can't say that but I'm happy right now.
I wondered where you were. You've been down here the whole time.
Oh yeah, I'm hiding from you guys.
You're in the zone.
Yeah.
You're hiding from us?
Yeah, kind of. yeah. I come here because it's a safe place to cry, and if I cry, I don't want to cry in front of people, that might laugh at me and will laugh at me, so it's just I'm being honest,
We're convinced that one side is evil or one side is not evil, and if you actually just sit down and talk to people as Americans, we're not very far apart at all, I believe. I do put a lot of emphasis on people kind of being insulated at this time and just listening to their own opinions. I also felt that the people don't have the ability to talk to each other as much as they used to. But even if you find someone who's the most polar opposite as you politically, you're going to find that you agree on the vast majority of things as Americans.
So far, I think he's going to win. I think he's going to win. What do you think?
I haven't been paying attention to what's going on.
Why not?
I've been talking to people,
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know.
Have you always been a Republican?
I want to say yes in a way, but growing up, I feel like it was more like in between. The older that I've gotten is, more red.
It's just after midnight, and it's all about Michigan, Wisconsin, maybe Georgia, definitely Pennsylvania. Back into the fray we go.
The president is going against sex trafficking, pornography, child trafficking, pedophilia. These controlling factors control individuals, which control governments, which control money, and they control businesses and what happens in our society. So that's what the president is up against. This is big, deep. The swamp is big and deep, and it's bigger than he thought. So we have to wake up as a people and understand that we have almost been totally enslaved and controlled. And if we don't figure out what's going on and how to fight for our freedom, for our life, for our soul's freedom, then we will have failed our mission in this lifetime. Is that authentic enough for you?
Yeah.
This is called the red pill. It's the waking up to truth of the people. They've been lied to, they've been deceived.
When did you wake up?
In 1975. I've known about the Illuminati since 1975. I've known about the Satanic Church since 1975. I've known about the Bilderberger Group since 1975.
What happened in 1975 where you found out?
I got divorced and I started figuring out what's the truth, what's going on, how do I figure out what life is all about.
Donald Trump, he's a rich guy from New York. He was like friends with all these guys. He's friends with bankers. I don't know if he was friends, but he knew Jeffrey Epstein.
He hung around with him.
Yeah. How is he the vessel for the,
Why is he the man of the time?
Yeah.
Well, from what I understand, the true story goes, you want the truth as I know it? You want me to give you my best take?
Yeah.
Okay. Whether you use it or don't, I don't know how courageous you are.
Unfortunately, we are not going to see it to fruition this evening because our media chooses not to call a state like Pennsylvania, where he's up by a couple points. They choose not to call a state like Michigan.
I don't really, at this point, feel that there's a way we can validate the voting process. I think that, I just don't see how the numbers are accurate.
All right, we're heading out. Can you show them the room? There's Sherry over there. Not 100% clear who won the election. Most people here think it was Trump.